Unmute yourself, please. Okay, hold on. How about we start with being a little civil? Hi, how are you, Tiffany? Wouldn't you think that would be a reasonable way to start a conversation with somebody you've never met? We've never met. We've never met, ma'am. I just said I had to verify that you're not a man. I didn't say you were. So please don't go down that path. What I'm saying is you've already come through the door like you're my enemy wanting to fight. I don't know you. Do you know me? Do you know? Well, no, no. See, first off, let's check. Now, see, I think you need to understand something. No, no, no. You can talk. You can talk to people on your side there. Don't tell me to calm down. You're the one that came in talking loud. You didn't even say hello. I'm well. How old are you? All right. What's the issue?
So it's no issue. I have a slight disagreement with what you just recently said about most women go to school and get degrees and they prefer that than searching for a man. What particular group are you talking about? Ethnic
Hold on,
group?
hold on. That's not what I said.
Okay, please repeat.
No, no, that's not what I said.
Okay, repeat so I can be clear.
I said many women would spend more time and more effort getting a college degree than understanding the kind and caliber of men they want to marry, have children with, to spend the rest of their life with.
Okay, well, I mean, what would be the issue with that? So, for example, if you go,
Hold on. Do you want to get married?
I will be married in May 29th. I have
Okay,
one.
okay. You're going to be married. You're engaged.
Yes, I am engaged.
So why is this a question for you if you're engaged? You should be happy on down the path of life. This isn't your fight.
It's not my fight, but my point is the reason why I'm calling in is because you stated that women go to school because I have a degree, but I don't uphold that. I don't
No,
because
ma'am,
men care, they
ma'am.
don't care about those type.
I've already established that you misunderstood what I said.
Okay.
So I'm sorry that you misunderstood that, but I can't be responsible for you not hearing it.
Well, you've explained, but I still disagree that most women go to school just instead of,
I didn't
you
say
know,
most. I said many.
many. Okay, well, I disagree that many women go to school instead of learning the caliber of the men that they want. If you're
All right,
talking
then,
about
Tiffany. How about this? 1 in 4 black women will marry. 1 in 4 black women will marry.
mhm.
That's less than half of the next group, white women. Why did you think so many black women are not marrying anybody? Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, or other? Why?
I believe it's because they grow up in a single parent household where the mother's working her tail off and she doesn't have that man on her side
Well, how
to
did she?
build that.
Hold on. No child gets born in this world, in this country, that a woman didn't want to be born. Being a single parent is not a requirement. I was raised in a single parent household, and often it's a choice. You choose to have a child. And here's the
But
thing, if you married before you had a baby, you would have a man more likely than not.
okay,
True or
so
false?
true.
So being a single parent often is a choice.
It is a choice.
So
However,
we can't, so if that's the case, we can't make it we can't give a medal for that.
no, we can't give a medal for that at all. I don't think that but I'm saying for black women in particular, because I am a black woman, that is why oftentimes many of us, because you said many, go to school and have to work and get these masters, PhDs, bachelors, whatever you want to
Well, you
call
don't
it.
have to, ma'am. That's a
You
choice.
know, it's a choice, but a lot of us feel like we have to because we don't have the male in our life.
Okay. Let's first of all, who's respond? Okay, if that's the case, then why don't If you were raising it, okay, let's start with number one. You said
Okay.
that many of these women are single parents. Why?
A lot of them are, no, it's not that they're single parents, it's that they feel like they need to go to school to work extra hard to become the
You
man.
inject no, okay, but that means you're a single parent.
You are a single parent, but we're
Why is
talking
she
about,
a single parent though?
what I'm talking about is specific thing that you talked about, women having to go to school to work.
But
And
you're going bound. Okay, Tiffany. Before going to school, you gave the justification that she's a single parent and she feels like she has to. Why is she a single parent? That's the first thing.
She's a single parent because she decided not to be with that man, or that man decided to exit the relationship,
Well,
marriage, or what
the
have
thing
you.
is, but 80% of children in the black community are born outside of marriage. That's
Okay.
true. Ma'am, here's the bottom line. If you're a single parent, marry before you carry, because we know that raising a child in a one parent household statistically has the worst outcomes for the child.
That is correct.
So there
Yes.
is no, so excuse me if I can't give a woman leeway for saying, well, she's a single parent and she felt she have to do this, this, this. Well, here's the thing: how you alleviate all this? Don't have any children until you get married.
I 100% agree with you.
But that's not how you start it, because
I was really talking about the whole degree and women having to,
well,
many women
if you didn't,
to get.
but if you had a husband, if these women that you're talking about had a husband and a family and a supportive family unit, they wouldn't have to do everything on their own now, would they?
That is correct.
Well, then there's a problem. There is a problem. So because we choose to do things out of order and incorrectly, that's a
Right.
woman's choice.
That is true. That is correct.
Well, then everything that then if it turns out good, she gets the credit. But if it turns out poorly, she gets the credit as well.
Well, why would she get the credit if it turns out poorly?
Because if she, why would? Oh, excuse me.
Why would she get the credit if it turns out poorly?
I said if it turns out good, she gets the credit.
Oh, okay. I thought you said also if it turns out bad, she gets the credit as well.
She does.
And how is that so?
Because the first part is true. If it turns out well, does she get the credit?
If it turns out well, yes, she gets the credit, but
So
it's
if it
not
turns
just
no,
her.
excuse me. So if it turns out poorly, she gets the credit for that too. That's simple
It would
logic.
be a
That's simple
fail.
logic, ma'am. That's simple
It would be a
logic.
fail if it turns out poorly.
Yes. If you go take a test and make an A, you get the credit for that, which is an A. But if you go to a test and perform poorly and get an F, you get the credit for that, which is an F.
I mean, you get the credit, but
The credit is an F.
Uphold that. I mean,
The credit is an F.
Failure.
Yes, and that's what you got. And what does that mean? You didn't perform. That means your best wasn't good enough.
That is correct.
So that's credit. See, what you just showed.
Credit, but it's failed credit.
No, man. What? No, I used the words the way I meant to use them because I knew I banked on you were going to give me the response you gave me. You're willing to give women credit for when they do well, but when they do poorly, you want it to be shared. No, you get the credit if it's good, and you get the credit if it's bad. That's equality.
Yeah, but
There's no yeah, but. There's no yeah, but, ma'am. You get the credit if it's good. You're willing to give her credit if it turns out good. Then give her the same credit if it turns out poorly. Unless women are special and need protection.
Oh, okay. Unless they're special. Okay.
Are you not equal? Are you not equal citizens? Are you not adults?
Equal? I wouldn't say equal.
I said equal citizens.
Equal citizens?
Yes.
Depending on how you define equal citizens.
Equal citizens. Do you not have the same rights in this country as a man?
Not necessarily.
What rights do you have? What rights don't you have that a man does?
Aborting a baby.
What rights don't you have that a man does?
Don't we have? I have to think on that.
You see, that's the answer. You don't. No, ma'am. I asked you 3 times. There are no rights that you don't have that a man does. And actually, you made my point even when you misheard me. You have some rights that a man doesn't have because you can abort a child. You can make me a parent even if I don't want to be. Thank you for proving my point that, ladies, you like to give yourself all the outs and none of the accountability.
No, we got to take the accountability.
Well, that's not anything you've said, ma'am. So if they want to take the accountability, why don't, if you want them to take the accountability, then if she fails, that's her responsibility as well.
Accountability will be choosing the right man and being
No,
with the
ma'am.
man.
No, ma'am. If she does well and gets credit for doing well, if she fails, she has to be accountable for that failure as well.
And that is correct. She does.
All right. Well, thank you. We finally got it on the same point on that one.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. We got to get past this. Women are special victims. Tavia. Nia, do you have you have disagreement? Just a second. People who have their hands up. Oh, she's gone. All right. Nia, unmute yourself. Hello. Hey, how are you? What happened? So what's your disagreement? What's the okay? Oh, hold on, just a second. Go ahead.
Married at 20.
Okay.
My parents was against it and my grandparents. I am now 31 and I'm getting ready to go through a divorce.
What's the disagreement though?
Well, they said that we was too young and I went to college. I got a degree. I just feel like I didn't have much experience. I was in love with my husband when we got married, but now I don't like him.
What's the disagreement though?
The disagreement, I think we just grew apart.
Okay.
So, but
I
you
don't,
saying
I don't
that
understand. Okay. I don't understand the point I make that you disagreed with.
Oh, that, all the 8s and 9s and 10s are married at an early age.
Okay. Okay. Nothing is absolute. Ladies, we got to stop this. Nothing is absolute. These are generalizations.
That's true, Kevin.
But are you saying you're an 8, 9, or a 10?
I would consider myself a 10. I was a track star, leader of the volleyball. So you can kind of say I was the it girl in school. But
Where's your picture?
What?
Where's your picture?
Oh, I didn't want to show my picture. That's obvious.
I find it okay. So here's the thing. What I don't do often is women can. I've had women call themselves 10s who were 5s. So
I mean, opinion is relevant.
No. See, look, you can call yourself.
Kevin, I like you.
Okay,
but Kevin a lot.
Hold on, but if you like me, then understand. Don't look. If you can call yourself a 10, that's fine. I don't understand the disagreement. I really don't. You call yourself a 10, that's fine. You're 31 and getting a divorce because you don't like him.
Yeah, I fell out of love with him. I think we just went to
okay, but ways. Do you have any children?
No, thank God.
Well, and you've been with him since how old?
Since I was 18, but we got married at 20.
All right. And what do you think's waiting for you out here?
New possibilities.
That's one way to frame it.
We can probably be the best of friends. I just think we outgrew each other.
That's fine. That's fine.
He's ready for kids. I'm not ready for kids.
All right. So I don't really see it's a disagreement here. You want to divorce your husband because he wants kids and you don't want kids? That's fine. But for somebody who's been married for nearly half your life, what do you want from a man in this world?
Well, a man of character, integrity, someone that I can grow with.
What do you want from a man in this world?
love.
You
I
had that.
want I want love. I want companion.
You
Now you
had
make it,
you
but
had
Kevin,
that.
but you make it seem like people can't outgrow each other. I
Well,
mean,
no,
you've
no,
been
no,
married
man. No,
twice and you're
let's stop right there.
divorced.
Stop right there. I didn't make it seem like a damn thing. I said you had that. And it's your responsibility as a wife to keep it going.
And it's also a husband too.
Uh, 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 uh. It is, see, that, thank you. Do you guys hear this? This is the problem that tends to happen in our relationships. It's 50-50 instead of 100. Did you do your 100% best to make sure that your marriage and your relationship lasted?
Yes, my husband wanted me to stay home. I figured like since I went to school, I worked hard for my degree and my career. Why should I have to give it up? Especially when I don't have any kids.
Oh, okay. So your husband wanted you to stay home, and you wanted to go to work.
Yes. My
So
father raised me to
hold
be
on,
independent.
listen. Then you're giving up a husband for possibilities in the world in your career. Okay. Hope you get what
Yeah.
you want.
My daddy told me I'd be just fine. My father
Of course
said
he
that a
did.
woman.
Well, here's the thing. How old is your father?
My father is 60.
Right. And got news for you. Your dad cannot guarantee that. That's nothing a father can guarantee a child.
Well,
And I'm
my
being honest
daddy.
with you. And you can say your dad can tell you whatever, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you're just a woman, just like I'm just a man. You're one person out on the planet, and if you want to deal with any man out here, you're gonna have to meet his needs, especially if you want a man that's higher level than you are. This independent street, this daddy's girl shit ain't gonna play.
Well, Kevin, I work. I'm a nurse. Um,
Congratulations. That matters
I work
not.
with a.
But
I work
listen,
with a lot of doctors, actually.
so what?
But
See
they,
you.
you say that a man don't care about a woman's
No,
money or
no, we
career,
don't.
and that's
No.
far from the
Okay. Okay.
truth, though.
Okay.
But that's far from
All
the
right.
truth,
All right.
Kevin.
So you're telling me, all right, ladies, I want you to pay attention. This woman has been married, and she's telling me, as a man who's out here who have clients of these men, you act like you at 31 know better than me at 51. And I'm telling you, men don't care like you think we care. But guess what? You're going to get a chance to test this out on your own. Remember the women I said high value men tend to avoid? And the nurse was in this category. It's not for just to take shots at nurses. It's the personality and the mindset that tends to come along. This independent da 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 da. All right, but in the end, ma'am, make your choices. But at the end, if you want something with a man, you're going to have to compromise.
All right, I agree with you, but you making it seem like
I
that
didn't make it
women are
seem
just
like
so
anything.
bad.
Make it seem like what?
You're just making it seem like, oh, you're so bad. Like especially for the women in my age group that's not married.
Ma'am,
There's hope.
uh,
There's
I
hope,
don't. Okay, you're responsible for what you hear.
and you're responsible for what you put
No,
out,
you're
Kevin.
responsible for what you hear, and you make it seem like women are so. No, I think that a lot of you women just don't listen. You listen with your feelings, and you hear what you want to hear, and that's fine. But you're going to get to test all your theories. You got married at 18 or
No,
19.
I got married at 20.
Okay, split the difference. You're going to get to test all these theories. In 10 years, we'll see who ends up being closer to accurate. But if you want anything from men, do you ever want children?
I don't know.
All right. So, do you even want to? Do you even want to be married to a man?
Of course I do. I believe in
Why?
love. I believe in marriage.
But that's not the purpose of marriage. Love is not the purpose of marriage. And you already
Marriage is
had
a
that.
partnership.
All right. All right. All right. Round and round this goes. Spoiled, petulant children. Just, I want love. I want this. I want that. Women from other countries listen to Western women and think you're insane. This woman won early on and is walking away. All right. Good luck with that one. these careers. This is why I tell some of you older women, you women who are past the danger zone, you ladies need to start telling the truth to these women, because they honestly, many young women think that it's just great and wonderful. I'm making my own money and not responsible. Think they ain't gonna live Sex in the City life and not that New Yorker cover. Many of you older women are leading younger women down the path of ending up exactly where you are right now, because they listen to men like myself thinking that we're lying to them. Sorry. Here's what we're gonna do. The hands are up. Fun. So here's what I'm gonna. If you have a disagreement, I'm gonna need you guys to come in and be clear on what the issue is.
Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on Kevin Samuels, the legend. Dude was super fantastic, excellent, and one thing we have to understand about this man content was he was just there to expose the nature of married women. Like it or not, most men did not even understand that this is how women think, this is how they move, and this is their mindset. So I think we have to be careful for being able to expose these things. And he has done a fantastic, marvelous job with being able to stand up for this kind of sometimes illogical conversation, because like it or not, women don't find this type of conversation difficult, but when it comes to men, if the conversation don't circles around logic, it's just really that difficult, and it's that, draining for men. So shout out to him for being able to have this conversation and put out the content for men to learn so much about women from. So big ups to Big Kevin, and shout out to you guys for also holding down the content, because like it or not, we're doing it together, we are in it together. But one thing we have to all agree is the first lady, her level of understanding is very, very low, right? And let's first of all address the fact that Kevin Samuels said many women who go to school to get a degree rather than studying the kind of men that they want to be with and learning the kind of things that he wants so that they can be with. I mean, first of all, most of these women with these PhDs and with these kind of earning potentials and all these things, when Kevin Samuel interviews them on his show and asks them whether or not they want to contribute to the household or something like that, what do we mostly hear from them? What do they mostly prefer? They mostly prefer, after getting that degree and end up being 30, they still prefer to be a stay-at-home wife, right? And they often don't just want to work. So in as much as he is not saying women shouldn't attain degrees and all that, but if he make a point like that, so he's not wrong, because in the first place, when you come into this conversation, you've proven that your education is just something that is worthless when it comes to marriage, because you don't want to use it to contribute to the family. So why waste your time and end up being older and more men wouldn't be desiring you? So he is giving you a clue of, okay, you have to understand what you want and prioritize it. Instead of you to be confused, get a degree and end up being miserable, and you don't even understand how to navigate around the kind and caliber of men that most of you women typically want. So instead of you, this is not a point of even contention or a point of debate. He's just telling you, just know what you want, prioritize it, and keep it moving. That's just all he's saying. But because our women are often just ready to, debate whatever you say, even when it goes against them, they still don't even notice it. Because these things that we do talk about, we do often see that women are not interested in it. So if Kevin Samuels is speaking about it, why cannot come on and make a case about it, like you enjoy doing these things? Okay. And the lady that came in speaking about, oh, blah blah blah, don't act like people cannot outgrow each other or something like that. We agree that people can outgrow each other, right? As much as you women will always want to pretend like feminism, men and women are equal and all that. A man with you, he, let's say for instance, if he marry you making $70,000, if he's making like $200,000, he is not going to say he outgrew you. He's not going to say something like that. But for a woman, if she's making like $10,000 and you got married to her and she end up hitting $100,000, she's going to start to see that it's outgrown you and she has to start to look for new suitors. And that is what Kevin Samuel has been exposing on this platform. And one thing you have to understand is this lady, when Kevin Samuel asked, how many kids do you have? And she said, I don't got no kid. Thank God. You're 30 years old and she still don't even understand whether or not she even want a kid. So these are the very women that black women often push black men to kind of pick from. A lady is 30 years old and still confused. She don't even understand whether or not she want to have kids and don't understand that not having kids at this moment is even working against her and making me like, thank God you have a man and you just decide that, no, I don't like him no more. Okay. Like he said, you test it out yourself and you're going to find out real quick the arrogance and the delusion. They often think that something better is out there waiting for them. Catch you in the next episode. Like the video and let me know what you think about these two women in the comment section. I'm out here, gentlemen. Peace.